As parents, we all come to this crossroad eventually where it seems like our children just become these little rebels, right? Where their behavior and their mindset just isn't lining up with the expectations or the standards that we've set for them. And it's funny because God actually models this in his word for us when dealing with the people of Israel. When dealing with the people of Israel and he brought them out of Egypt, what happened to them in the wilderness? They started slipping. They started wilding out, acting like some little rebels. And what God did was he gave them commandments. And this is exactly what we need to do with our children. And these commandments aren't given to restrict them. It's not to steal their fun. There are boundaries set in place to protect them and lead them to a life that he desires for them. And here where it gets deeper is, it's funny how God actually took Moses and separated him and brought him up the mountain so that he could spend time with him in order to give him with those commandments. And God wants to do exactly the same thing through you, through me, through us as parents. We need to separate ourselves and spend time with God so he can give us the spiritual commands and boundaries that are tailor-made for our children. See, through the different societies and the different seasons that Israel went through, they needed more commandments. God didn't just stop with the 10. And just like that for our children, as society grows, as things change, as social media has taken root and so many different trends and the culture is evolving, God continuously will give us the standards and the boundaries that we need to set in place for our household so that we can be the good stewards over our children that he's called us to be. It's our job to not only live by example, but to discipline and to love and give the instruction that they need so that they can learn how to live a life for Jesus Christ. So I'm encouraging you to make sure that you spend time with God, separate yourself and ask him for his wisdom on how to guide, on how to lead, on how to parent your children so they can learn to navigate this world despite the many influences the enemy wants to have on them. I pray that you have a victorious day. Let me know in the comments how you steward your children and how God is using you to help your children grow down a path that is centered around Jesus Christ. Have a victorious day. Peace.